I'm tired of playing my favorite tabletop RPGs as one of the old boring races. I don't want those generic, store-brand backstories. I want to roll a character with a bit more character. Well, Roll for Combat is here to help with their incredible new book, Battle Zoo Ancestry's Classic Creatures, which gives you the power to create the character of your dreams. Dig into 12 unique playable monster races in this beautifully printed, massive, hard-cover book filled with in-depth descriptions, abilities, lore, and more. Send that dusty old dwarf right back to the mines and live out your isekai fantasy by becoming an actual intelligent weapon that you wield yourself. Or you could let a friend grab you instead. Teamwork. Put that elf back on the shelf and become a sentient dungeon, complete with traps, treasures, and a living avatar. You could even put an end to the age of man and become a shape-shifting mimic. You know, those things that gave you trust issues ever since you were eaten by one in Dark Souls? Ooh, that could be you. Click the link below or head on over to battlezoo.com to secure your copy of Battle Zoo Ancestry's Classic Creatures today and become the life of your adventuring party.
Hasbro so far has made $90 million on Baldur's Gate 3.
That's a lot for a licensing deal where they don't have to do that much other than license it out and get it set up.
They don't have to do anything. So they basically, I mean, they help them out during the design and development process. So they help them out over the course of 6 years. Larian makes the game, and then Larian pays Hasbro every quarter a couple $1 million. So when that news broke a couple weeks ago that people said, oh, it was fake news that I accidentally spread, that, oh, there's no way that Hasbro is going to be like licensing their properties. They already did. In fact, they said their two most profitable properties last quarter were Baldur's Gate 3 and Monopoly Go.
That's different than selling it. But we did say that that could have been made up based on your video.
Yeah, I said licensed, not sell. They said sell. And they could sell it too. They would just sell it for more. Like, if they're making $90 million... if Hasbro made $90 million on Larian has Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 has sold approximately somewhere between 22 and 25 million. We're not exactly sure because I don't have I don't have the PC sales numbers. I don't actually have the Xbox and PS5 numbers. We'll say 25 million. It's made 25 million copies. They sell it at $60 a copy. They keep, say, $40 a copy. What's the math on that, Mark? Say $40 times 25 million. How much money is that?
I mean, $40 times 25 million is $1 billion.
Okay, so they've made about $1 billion on, we'll say, and I think that's accurate. We'll say about $1 billion in Baldur's Gate 3. And they're going to continuously make money forever. Okay? If you look at the top games of all time on Steam, in terms of player engagement, Baldur's Gate 3 is now number 3. And that is that has more than 500,000 comments and people engaging with it. This is a game that will basically sell forever. Okay, this is one of those perpetual games that people will just buy and play and buy and play for next 10, 20 years. It's just going to happen. And in fact, they just did a huge update. There's a huge update coming out this week. And Larian will never stop updating it. So it's always going to be in the news. It's always going to be hot. People are always going to be buying it. And Hasbro's going to be making money. So when Larian goes and says, we want to make Baldur's Gate 4, do you think Hasbro is going to sell it to them for whatever it was, probably $5-10 million, plus a percentage of the sales? No. They're going to say, we want $250 million in a percentage of the sales, and you will make that back in the first day. And they'll probably have to say yes, because they own the property. And that's for the license. That's not even to sell it. That's just to license it for one game. And they'll do it. They'll probably sell it for around that, because that's about right.